We are very happy to have all of you with us in this online ISKCON Disciple Course being conducted by Simplevedas, ISKCON Mira Road. Thank you so much for registering for this course and joining on time for this session. It's a day one. So during this day session, we'll have an introduction to the whole course. We'll explain to you about the exams, the study material that you will have to go through for the exams, the passing marks, the passing criteria, and then we'll start with lesson one. You know, there'll be 5 sessions, each of 2 hours. This course is very much interaction based. So I request all of you to be fully available in the course, participate in discussion, in group work, in asking questions, and everything, what is required to be done. All right, let's begin by chanting the Mangalacharan prayers. Om Jnana Vasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitangena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupaha Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Tantam Sachivam Sadavaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakamitam Shri Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namini Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatharini Namo Mahavaganyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratushe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Mancha Kalpatarobhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhivacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So by the way, this is Madhusudan Vishnudas. I'll be conducting your course for these 5 days. And as you know, the purpose of this course is to educate ourselves about the different aspects of the guru-disciple relationship, and also how does that relationship work within the specific organization called ISKCON, right? Traditionally, there would be only one spiritual master for a person to deal with, because the spiritual master would have his or her own ashram, gurukul, and the disciple or student would live with the spiritual master in that ashram or gurukul, or visit that spiritual master. However, the scenario with our ISKCON society is very different, in the sense that it's a multi-guru organization. And we don't just get benefit from one particular person. We get benefit from many different personalities, right? So it requires little maturity in understanding what is one's relationship and what is one's responsibilities towards all these different personalities that we come across, and they help us in our spiritual life. All right. That's why this course was not named as Guru Disciple Course. It was named as ISKCON Disciple Course, not Guru Disciple Course, right? So let me first show you the handbook, which you have already received. It's a PDF we shared with you in the group. I'm sure all of you have it by now. So this handbook is your study guidebook. As I mentioned, either you can follow the PDF or you can take a printout of it. It's a very helpful source of information on this topic, and you can revisit this again and again to refresh your memory about this subject matter. So in this handbook, there is a section, page number 8. So in that page, you are given some questions. Forget about this open book part. You start following it from unit 1, from this section. So if you look at this page and the next page, page 8 and 9, these are your questions for the question bank that you need to prepare for your final exam. If you have seen the course schedule, it says that you have 5 assessments. Out of those 5 assessments, 4 assessments are quizzes, multiple choice question, answer quizzes. And those will be Google form that you can do at your time, on Google, right? On Google form and submit it. And then there will be a final assessment, which will be of 20 marks. And the questions in that will come from these set of questions given in these 2 pages, all right? Will be one of these, few of these questions. So you have to, that's why I prepare for the answers for these questions while you participate in the course. These are very simple questions. The answers are right there in the handbook. You just have to find them out, note them on a separate sheet or pieces of paper, and then use that for preparing for the final exam. Okay, I hope it's clear. So that final exam is a subjective exam, which means you'll be shared a question paper on Zoom call, and you have to write down the answer on answer sheet, or you can even type the answer in a document, and then you'll have to submit it to us by sending it to us on our WhatsApp number, scanning the image and submitting to us on our WhatsApp number. Don't worry, we'll explain about those details later on during the exam time. So in total, the total marks of evaluation is 100, 80 is for quiz, and 20 is for final exam. To pass in this ISKCON Disciples course, you must get 70 minimum out of 100. If you get 70 or more, you pass. And also, you must pass in the final written exam. So if you fail in the final written exam and still you have, let's say, good percentage in the 4 quizzes, you still fail. So that final exam of 20 marks has the highest weightage. So you have to pass in that also. Then you pass, okay? And also your attendance is very, very important. You have to be attending the classes, all 5 classes. So that's all about exam. That's all about evaluation, passing the course. If you look at the handbook now, I want you to do an exercise very quickly. Go fill this particular box in your handbook. If you don't have a print of it, just on a piece of paper, write down this question and write down your points. In what ways could I improve as a disciple? You know yourself, you know the word disciple, you might be definitely knowing what it means to be a disciple. So fill up this box. In what ways can you personally improve as a disciple? You can mention things which you know you should be doing and you're not able to do, right? Or you want to be better at that. So fill it up. Okay, someone would like to volunteer and share what he or she has written? There's no competition. Yes, Renu Mataji.
Reading Prabhupada's books, chanting Hare Krishna, ready to do all kinds of work for Krishna to please him, doing association of devotees, taking instruction from Guru.
All right. Okay, thank you. All right, good. Yes, Navanidhi Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Okay.
I want to develop a sense of deeper relationship and commitment to Guru's messages, and this will be possible by regularly hearing from him and Srila Prabhupada's lectures, and studying Srila Prabhupada's books scrutinizingly daily and following his instructions. And I would like to chant without 10 offenses and be enthusiastic in doing seva.
Okay, thank you. That's a good list. All right, yes. David Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, your grace, peace, and humble respect obeisances. Taking initiation from Modified Spiritual Master, and follow the instruction of my spiritual master, and render service to my spiritual master, and having a good association with the devotees, and chanting my 16 rounds, and reading Prabhupada's books.
Right. Okay, thank you. Aryan Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I can improve as a disciple by following the 4 principles and respecting my Guru, as he is the one who will direct us the path towards the God.
All right, fine. Lalita Mataji.
Hare? Sorry.
Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam. I can improve as a disciple. I think I need to improve my, make my sadhana bhakti stronger. I need to read the scriptures for one hour, which I don't do regularly. I need to listen to more lectures, and I need to be more God conscious all the time, which I do fail in doing so. Thank you, Prabhu.
Okay, fine. That's good. Yes, Abhishek Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Prabhuji, I can improve as a disciple by hearing and reading the books of Srila Prabhupada and my spiritual master and all the gurus of the Acharya of ISKCON on daily basis. Then following the instructions of the spiritual masters and chanting with more sincerity. And instruction means not only the direct instructions, it means by Vani or Vapu. It's not necessarily meeting the Guru, but even by the Vani, I can follow his instructions. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Very good. Tripti Mataji. Tripti Mataji, you have to unmute yourself, please.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. I would like to overcome my ego when distributing books. Because when I distribute books, I don't charge people. I just give them. And another thing, I'm not able to attend the Mangala Aarti physically. I attend it online. So I decide to go there at least once a week or at least on Ekadashi.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Very good. Shri Prakash Yadav Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Through this disciple course, I would like to improve as a disciple, to improve my faith in the spiritual connection between me and my spiritual master, increase my dedication towards Srila Prabhupada's movement, connect to the divine Guru Parampara, and lastly, will try to understand my role and responsibility as a disciple.
Very good. Nice. Seema Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. As a disciple, I will be able to be more mindful of my thoughts, and I will start doing my chanting with more focus and continuously. And I have started following the 4 regulative principles to larger extent, but still some more sincerity, of course, is needed. And I want to make a regular practice of hearing and reading the Guru Parampara books, which are coming from Srila Prabhupada ji. Thank you. Hare
Thank
Krishna,
you.
Prabhuji.
Nice, nice. Purnima Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. As a disciple, I want to chant 16 rounds daily and follow 4 executive principles and study Srila Prabhupada's books and even distribute book and continue daily hearing from one lecture from Prabhupada and other from Gurudev. And I should do some physical seva also, and as I should attend Mangalarti daily.
Daily, that's nice. Okay, Lokesh Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I can improve myself as a disciple by engaging in more service and follow my spiritual master instruction more sincerely, and of course by increasing my tattva.
Yes, okay. Arati Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I think as a disciple, I should increase the improve the quality of my chanting first. That should be done in the morning hours, which I fail to do regularly in the morning hours. And another thing is I want to follow the instructions given by my spiritual master. I want to take it seriously. I should take it seriously. And third thing is I want to improve the relationship with other devotees. Just to avoid the Vaishnava aparadh that happens. So as a disciple, I should do that. That is what I feel.
Yes, yes. Thank you. Rishika.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam. Prabhuji, I have written to follow instructions of my Guru Maharaj with utmost priority. Associating with Maharaj physically, if not physically, by hearing his lectures regularly. Also, I've written to hear glories of my Maharaj more, so that I can have more faith in him. And then I have to do my sadhana regularly, as well as with higher quality and book distribution. Maharaj says to do book distribution, so I want to be actively part of the book distribution.
Very good. Okay, 2 more devotees we take whose hands are up. Sairisha Mataji. Okay, one more hand is up now. Yes.
I would like to improve as a disciple by following Guru's instructions and not leaving the association of devotees, continue service to the devotees, and chanting sincerely and reading books.
Thank you. Surekha Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Almost all the devotees has covered all the points, and even that point also, that I should have faith in the instructions of Guru. One thing I would like to add in this, that we should have that much faith in our Guru's instructions that sometimes ego comes that my Guru Maharaj has given me only this instruction, but I can do this seva as well, I can do that seva as well. My Guru Maharaj is underestimating me. This ego should not come. We should have a clarity that whatever I'll do in his lotus feet, it will be only his own mercy, only my endeavor. His mercy is there, so I can fulfill the instructions. This was my actually my self experience. Whatever Guru has instructed, we should not think that I am not able to do only that. I will be doing this and that for the Guru Maharaj.
Thank you. So we should be very humble. Yes. Denila Mataji. Uma Denila.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Dandavat Pranam. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Almost they have covered all the whatever I wanted to say. That's something I want to add on, that we have to follow the Vaishnava etiquette properly, for me mostly. And also, as if when we advance in spiritual life, we will get more challenges. So we have to be more tolerant. be more tolerant, because everyone behavior will not be the same. Every devotee have their own way of their own
Okay.
their differences.
Yes, so we have to develop some Vaishnava qualities that will also help us to be a better disciple. Yeah, okay, I'll take now 2 more hands, please. Others don't raise your hands. 2 more, then we'll go forward. Vishal Prabhu and Hari Prabhu will take you. So let's go for Vishal Prabhu first.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavad Pranam.
Yes.
Can I, yeah. So adding to the points, I would like to add one more point. We need to offer food to Krishna, which I'm unable to do it. So I will definitely start on this, and I will follow the same. And other 4 regulatory principles, I am following the same, as well as I wanted to attend Mangala Aarti every day, which I want to strongly. I want to follow the same. So otherwise, all the sadhana I'm following regularly.
All right, very good. Hari Kripa Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisances. Actually, Prabhu, the main aim of the disciple course is to follow the lineage of the previous acharyas and follow the Guru, Sadhu and Sastra, and also follow the mode and mission of the Guru. And so by following the 4 regulative principles, we by taking initiation and follow the Guru, we go back to home, back to Godhead. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Dhananjay Prabhu, do you want to say something?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, please, go ahead.
Yeah, as all the devotees said, many topics were said, and only repeat. I write chant japa 16 rounds till 7:30 a.m. Taking more time to preach outside streets, do Harinama, Sankirtana, these type of things, to have a good relationship with the devotees in general, not only God's sister or brothers, but always con devotees. To read Prabhupada's books every day, and to do seva on temple regularly. Yeah,
all right.
That's it.
Thank you. So Dhananjay Prabhu is from Brazil. That's why he has his accent, Okay, so we heard so many good points. Basically, this question is something which you should not be answering only in the beginning of disciple course. This is a question which you should be revisiting again and again in life, right? Not just for today, because becoming a disciple is not a day's activity. It's actually a commitment for ever, isn't it? Forever. It's a commitment forever, not just this life. We understand, we'll read from our study material. It's a commitment for forever, for all the time to come. So we have to revisit this question every now and then. How can I now improve as a disciple, right? Because we are all progressive. We are moving ahead. We are not yet at 100% perfection. So we have to keep on working on ourselves. What is done now, in future, you'll have to add some more things to it, right? And in that, we become better and better and better and better and better. So with this course, you will basically come to learn about these topics in essential. You will come to know more about these topics, and these all will help us to become a better disciple, and understanding of these subjects will help us to become a better disciple. First, Srila Prabhupada's position as preeminent Siksha Guru. Okay. Second, our allegiance to ISKCON and the Parampara. Because one of the qualities of a disciple is loyal, right? Loyalty. So allegiance to ISKCON society and the Parampara. And then respect for multiple authorities and senior Vaishnava, so that we don't commit Vaishnava aparadh. Then considerate selection of Diksha Guru. There are so many options to choose from. On what basis do I choose a particular person as my Diksha Guru? What is my intention? Why am I making this decision? So a very mature decision of who is going to be my Diksha Guru. Then faith in Guru's instructions, cultivating that faith. That faith may not be there in the beginning. It's not necessary that you may have 100% faith on the instruction of Guru right from day one, right? But then you want to come to 100%. and you're positive about it. So cultivating it, going through that process, increasing it day by day. Then commitment to one's initiation vows and commitment to one's mission, commitment to Srila Prabhupada's mission. Then having exemplary sadhana, conduct, and a balanced lifestyle. 8th point, remembering these 3 things and following these 3 things throughout one's life: inquiry, humility, and service. Right? Anyone remembers from which verse is this taken? These 3 points. It's a very famous verse. Yes, Navniti Mataji.
Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena se.
Yes, very good. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. 3 things. Huh? So then next is favorable association, to always keep your bhakti protected. Inclusivity, which means also accommodating devotees who might not be my god brothers and god sisters, but belong to the ISKCON society, right? Being inclusive in nature, and cooperation within the society. And finally, cultivation and propagation of holy name. Okay. So these are the 10 things that we have to take away from this course, ISKCON Disciple Course. In short, when I understand these 10 and I participate in these 10, then I become a real disciple. When all of these are a part of my life, then I'm a complete disciple. Okay? So that's all that will be covered. That's a lot, actually. Someone would like to volunteer reading this? You'll have to raise your hand, whoever wants to read.
We have one.
Okay. Please raise your hand so that I know who wants to. Samiksha Mataji, go ahead.
We have only to execute the order of the spiritual master, preach Krishna consciousness, and follow in the path of the Vaishnavas. The spiritual master represents both Lord Krishna and the Vaishnavas. Therefore, by following the instructions of the spiritual master and by chanting Hare Krishna, everything will be all right. Purport, Srimad Bhagavatam 4.23.7.
We have only to execute the order of the spiritual master. And he says at the end, everything will be all right by chanting Hare Krishna and by following the instructions of the spiritual master. Everything will be all right. What does spiritual master do? Spiritual master begins our connection or initiates our connection with Krishna. Of course, we are always connected to Krishna because we are parts and parcels of Krishna. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Mamaiva Amsho Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatanaha. So we are eternal parts and parcels of Krishna. But because we have chosen to remain disconnected from him, now the connection has to be re-established. And the spiritual master becomes an agent to do that. And then once the connection is established by the spiritual master, then it lies in our hands by the process of sadhana bhakti. We maintain that connection and we grow that connection to the point that that connection turns into pure love for Krishna. Right? So Guru is very essential because he helps us to make that connect again, the coming into contact again, and also helps us, guides us on how we can make that connection better. Right? So now we'll go to the next topic, which is very important to be understood very nicely, and that is called Guru Tattva. It's on page number 10 of your handbook, Guru Tattva. What does the word Guru mean? Can you give me a very simple definition of this word Guru? Raise your hand, please. Tripti Mataji.
Hare Krishna, one who delivers us from the darkness.
Okay, thank you. Any other definition? Aryan Prabhu?
A guru is a person who enlightens us for every purpose and teaches us whether we are wrong or right.
For every purpose?
For every purpose related to bhakti or any other purpose, like if we are facing any problem, he'll let us know that you are wrong, you have to do this thing.
Okay, okay. Rishika Mataji?
Prabhuji, the meaning of the word guru is something that's heavy.
Very nice. Heavyweight champion?
And no, somebody who's, he has a closer relation to Krishna, and like he's more deep into bhakti.
So you just have to say heavy with spiritual knowledge.
Yeah, heavy with spiritual.
Yeah. So, all right. Navniti Mataji.
Guru is a representative of Krishna who conveys the message of Krishna to the disciples as it is.
Okay, nice. All right. Sirisha Mataji, you want to contribute to this point, this question?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
A guru is the one who removes our ignorance, Prabhuji.
Removes our ignorance. Thank you. Yes, so it's correct. What you all said is correct, right? It's correct. Now, what does Srila Prabhupada say about guru? First thing he says, the guru is offered the first respectful prayers. Vande Gurun. We chanted, right? Mangalacharam. Vande Ham Shri Gurun. And Gurun. Gurun Bahuvachana. Bahuvachana means plural number. Guru means singular. Gurun means plural. That many gurus, but they are not many. They are one. Guru tattva. So please try to understand. These philosophical concepts have to be very nicely understood to have a more holistic understanding of our relationship with our spiritual master. Srila Prabhupada mentions here, we are worshipping or respecting Gurun, means many spiritual masters. But they are not many, they are one. Now, what do you understand from that statement? What do you understand from that statement?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, may I say?
Yes, Abhishek Prabhu.
What I understand is that the guru means that all the gurus in the same lineage and to the Krishna, which ultimately ends to the Krishna.
Okay, fine, thank you. Lalita Mataji. Lalita Mataji, you have raised your hand. Unmute yourself, please. You click on unmute button.
Yeah.
Yes.
All the gurus connect you to Krishna and they show you the path towards Krishna, how to reach Krishna. So all the gurus may show different paths, but they all lead to Krishna.
Okay, thank you. All the gurus may show different paths. Okay, David Prabhu.
All the gurus have the same mission. They don't distinguish each other. It might be that one might think one is greater than other, but to them they see the same mission.
All right, so I'll take that point. Yes, that is the most correct understanding. When it says all the gurus are one, Guru Tattva, the point is their purpose is one. The purpose is that I should be reconnected to Krishna. That's how they are one. One in spirit, one in purpose, one in their mission. The goal of them is what? That I should become a better devotee. That's their purpose. That's why it's called Guru Tattva. In principle, they are the same because they are doing the same job and they have the same goal. Right? To give you an example, if there is a company which manufactures an XYZ product, So that company has many sales agents who go to the market to sell that product, right? Isn't it? Now, some of those sales agents may travel in a car. Some of them may go on foot. Some of them may travel by bike, right? Some may speak English, some may speak Hindi. Some may go to very rich people's house to make them the customer, and some may go to very poor people and also inspire them to buy the product. But they all have same goal. What is that? Sell out this product, right? So they are one in spirit, but they are not one. They are different personalities. Different personalities means they will wear different kinds of clothes. They look different. Their language will be different. They have their own individuality and personality. They have their personal likes and dislikes. Agree? Right? But at the same time, the goal is one, selling of products. So when we say Guru are many and Guru are one, we should know Guru are one doesn't mean that, one spiritual master will be a duplicate copy of another spiritual master. My spiritual master likes mango, so that other spiritual master should also like mango. No, 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 no. They are individual personalities. So they have their own individuality. You're getting the point. But their purpose is the same. Their purpose is the same. So we have to look at the purpose, which is the essence, and not the differences, which is only the detail, the external factor, right? So he said, Guru Tattva, look at the Tattva, what that personality is doing, what that personality exactly wants. Like, to give you an example, if you are initiated from a particular spiritual master, and if you go to another spiritual master, will that spiritual master ever tell you, don't become a good devotee of Krishna? No, right? Will that spiritual master ever tell you, never come for Mangal Aarti, sleep till 10 a.m.? No, right? Will anyone say, you should not read Prabhupada books? No, right? Correct? So their purpose is the same. That's called Guru Tattva. Guru Tattva, right? So from this statement, we understand we have to go beyond the external material form. And we have to look at what they are giving to us. What they are giving to us. Not externally, how do they look, what they speak, what they like, what they dislike. It doesn't mean that we become impersonal towards that. We also value that a lot. But we understand the essence is to look at what they are giving to us. So let's do an exercise now here. What is the position of a guru? And who is a guru? You have to answer this question. Let's hear from you. What is the position of a guru? And who is a guru? Yes, Seema Mataji. You have to unmute yourself.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Answering to the second question, who is a guru? I feel guru is someone who can make me understand the spiritual awareness and bring out an understanding what is the real role by still continuing with life works.
Okay, thank you. David Prabhu.
Guru is someone who has seen the light, who have the spiritual knowledge to reach Krishna, and he can help to reach Krishna.
Thank you. Renu Mataji. You have to unmute yourself, please. Do remember to unmute before you start talking.
Guru takes us directly to the Krishna.
Okay, Rishika Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, Guru is a representative of Krishna. Lord Krishna cannot always, come and guide us. So Guru is like a representative of Krishna, is going to guide us so that we can go back to Godhead.
He's a representative of Krishna. Correct? That's the position of Guru. Harshal, Prabhu. Cannot hear you, Prabhu. See if your mic is working. Check. Yes, Shivangi.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Kanchan Pranam.
Yes, please. Yeah.
Okay. So, Guru is the representative of Lord Krishna. That is the position of the Guru. And I think a Guru is someone who makes us Krishna conscious in the most precise way to make progress and in bhakti.
All right. Harshal, Prabhu. Let's see if we can. Cannot hear you. See, check your mic. There's some problem with the mic. Not working. Not working. Even if you shout, it won't work. Ahati Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Danvat Pranam. So, Prabhu, I think Guru is the confidential servant of Krishna. And his only will is to execute the will of Krishna. That's his duty. And Krishna is the main servant and Guru is the confidential servant.
Krishna
Is the master God, is the master
God,
servant,
yes.
And Guru is the confidential servant.
Yes. Thank you. All right. So in the handbook, you see it's written there. Guru Krishna Rupa Hana Shastrera Pramane Guru Rupe Krishna Kripa Korena Bhakta Gane. From Chaitanya Charitamrita, we come to know, according to the deliberate opinion of all revealed scriptures, the spiritual master is non-different from Krishna. Lord Krishna, in the form of the spiritual master, delivers his devotees. So all the revealed scriptures, what they say, that Sakshat Dharitvena Samasta Shastre. The spiritual master is non-different from Krishna. And the spirit Krishna delivers the person in the form of spiritual master. Which means, like one of you mentioned, Guru is Krishna's Karuna avatar, incarnation of Krishna's compassionate energy. Which means it's not, Guru is not a small person. Right? Guru is not a small person. Though the Guru externally is just like an ordinary human being, but we should not see this Guru as an ordinary human being. That's the point. It's almost, you can say, like Krishna, but not Krishna, but like Krishna, because he's a representative of Krishna. Non-different in that sense. Yes, someone please read this. You raise your hand before you want to start reading. Yes, David Prabhu.
Non-different from Krishna. The relationship of a disciple with his spiritual master is good as his relationship with the Supreme Lord. A spiritual master always represents himself as the humblest servitor of the personality of Godhead, but the disciple might look upon him as the manifested representation of Godhead. Hare Krishna.
Yes. So the Guru will never see himself as Guru, right? The Guru will see himself as a servant. But the disciple should see the Guru as Guru, as a representative of Krishna, right? And as one's master. But the Guru will see himself as a disciple or as a servant, right? So that is the right approach, that the Guru never sees himself as Guru. I am very great. I am so special. I am so close to Krishna. No, I am a servant of my spiritual master. But the disciple will see that spiritual master, Guru, as non-different from Krishna. Now we just read this. Not an ordinary human. Yes, Aryan Prabhu, read this.
not an ordinary human. Sakshat Dhari Vina Samasta Shastre. This is enjoyed in every scripture. Acharya Man Vijanayate Srimad Bhagavatam 11.17.27. One should consider the Acharya to be as good as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In spite of all these instructions, if one considers the spiritual master as an ordinary human being, one is doomed. Srimad Bhagavatam, purport 7.15.26.
So in Srimad Bhagavatam, Lord Krishna is speaking this to Uddhava, and he's saying that one should see Acharya as myself, non-different from me, as myself, non-different from me. So otherwise one will do the offense of seeing the spiritual master as an ordinary human, and then the spiritual life is finished. What's the problem but to see the spiritual master as an ordinary human? What will exactly happen if I do that? What will happen? What will happen? Yes, yes, Danila Mataji.
Krishna Prabhu, we will not take his instructions seriously.
Very good. Yes, will not take his instructions seriously. Because we'll think, after all, you are just a human being like me. What's so special about you? Right? How can you boss around me? How can you tell me what to do, what not to do? Right? Isn't it? I am also as intelligent as you. I am also as accomplished as you. In fact, I am more accomplished than you. So all those things will start coming. Our false ego will not let us accept the teaching seriously from that person, right? So that's why this is going to be a big problem for us, right? And second thing, what else? This is one thing. What else? What else will happen? One is this. What else? Shri Prakash Prabhu.
Prabhu, the mood of surrender will not come.
The mode of surrender will not come. Okay, yes, correct. It will not happen. Abhishek Prabhu.
We may start envying Guru.
We may start becoming envious. Yes, very true. That may also happen. That's a big danger. Yes, we will. We'll take questions at the end. Not now, please. We'll take questions at the end. Yes. Seema Mataji.
We will not grow in our bhakti, Prabhuji.
Why?
Because we are considering Guru as an ordinary person,
So,
and then we don't learn anything.
Yes, we'll not learn, so we'll not take his instructions seriously. That's the point mentioned already. Yes, Rishika.
Prajay it'll be a Vaishnav Aparadh, will commit many offenses, and that is the cause why our bhakti will have a downfall in bhakti.
It will be an aparadh. Okay, it will be an aparadh. All right, yes. Adin Prabhu, last.
Prabhuji, I was going to say the same point. It will be a Vaishnava Aparadh, but Mataji already told that point.
Okay. All right. Thank you. David Prabhu, you also have something to add?
Yes, it will lead us to our own distraction.
It will lead to, but why? I am asking why. That is already mentioned. You'll be doomed. But why?
Yes, because immediately you take initiation from a spiritual master, most of your karma is removed.
So
if you take as a spiritual master as an ordinary person, then you have to receive all your karmas back because he's yes.
Okay. All right. Fine. Okay. Okay. That's okay. Fine. Yes. So now what is the position of Guru? This is another very important point to be noted. He does his business perfectly. Does his business perfectly. Sometimes people have a very, concocted imagined version of Guru that they are looking for. Like my Guru should be like a Superman, should be able to do anything and everything. I ask any question, that person should have an answer for that. So they have very weird ideas of what a guru is, or who a guru is, what a guru can do, what are the qualifications to be a guru. Like once a person came to Srila Prabhupada and said, a new guru has come in the market. And Prabhupada said, what's so special about him? He said, when he touches the disciple gets a shock, an electric shock. So Srila Prabhupada said, well, you bring me your finger, I'll put it in the socket, you'll also get a shock. It's not difficult to give people shock. You put their finger in the socket, you get a shock. And then he said, the guru's business is not to give you shocks. You're already getting so many shocks from material life. The material nature is already giving so many shocks. The purpose of guru is to save you from shocks, right? So that's the purpose. So people have so many weird ideas. My guru will do magic, and as soon as I sit with my guru, all my problems will go away. Recently I was hearing, I was just seeing one Insta reel. So one person who is very popular is known worldwide as a guru and has maybe millions of followers. So he was telling in a speech, whenever you have a problem, you just come to me and you sit close to me, all your problems will be finished. I can do that, But that's not what really guru is for, that you go there and your problems are finished. No. The purpose, even if the guru solves our problems, the purpose is to send us back to Krishna. Right? It's not that he's just sitting there to solve our problems. Correct? So people have very weird ideas of what a guru is supposed to do. My guru should save my marriage. My guru should give me blessings so that I can have a child. My guru should give me blessings, I can have a good job. My guru should give blessings because I want to stop taking depression tablets and I have a lot of depression. So he should have a solution for that. My guru should know everything. He should know astrology, he should know Ayurveda, he should know this, he should know that. So many concocted ideas, But basically, what is guru's business? It's mentioned here in a very simple manner. Srila Prabhupada tells that. What is a guru's business? Someone who would like to read, who has not read yet, please. Yes, Punal Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu does his business perfectly. A postman may deliver us $100, but we do not consider that the postman is giving us $100. The money is sent by friend, and it is simply the postman's business to hand it over as it is, without taking or adding anything to it. His perfection is that he delivers the $100 as it is sent by one's friend. That is his perfection. The postman may be imperfect in so many ways, but when he does his business perfectly, he is perfect. Prabhupada's Vyasa Puja address, New Vrindavan, September 2, 1972. Thank you.
So what Srila Prabhupada is saying here is, the guru is perfect if the guru is doing his job perfectly. The job is to deliver the message of Krishna as it is. That's the job, right? So many people in this world, they would like to see guru disconnected from God. Means they have guru consciousness, but they don't have any God consciousness. They like to see guru disconnected from the scriptures. They will accept what the guru says, but they don't check whether the guru is talking from the Gita and Bhagavatam. Right? Isn't it? They are very eager to be guru conscious, but they are not eager to be sadhu conscious. Sadhu conscious means my guru is saying so, other sadhus should also say the same thing, no? There should be some other also talking like that, the same thing. No, my guru has said, so this has to be correct. Now what others are saying, I don't care. But we don't follow that system. Our system is, guru will say what Krishna has said. Guru will say what scripture has said. Guru will say what other sadhus are saying. Right? We see the guru connected. And the guru is just delivering that message. Right? What does the guru do basically? The guru is like a spectacle. Because you have a problem, you cannot see something very far. The guru, like a spectacle, brings it close to you so that you can see it. But the guru does not change what you are going to see. right? The Guru will never change the reality. He'll only bring the reality closer to you for you to see it. We are getting the point, yes? So that's what the Guru does. So people, they have to first know the reality, and the Guru will only assist us to reach there. Will help us, will give us the support, right? That's his job, like a postman. The postman delivers the money to us. The postman is not giving the money to us, he's just delivering the money to us. And that's what the Guru is doing, delivering Krishna's message. Okay, let's read another statement now. Now there are some people, like if you go to Vrindavan or if you go to some other places, they will say, only that person can become Guru who is a liberated soul. Now, I want to know from you, what is meant by the word liberated soul? What do you understand from this statement, liberated soul? Liberated. Okay, so you need to seriously read Prabhupada books now. Liberated soul. Swati Mataji.
Accept my humble obeisances. Liberated soul is the one who is actually realizing the Krishna. Means
You mean to say self-realized?
yeah, yes, Prabhu.
Okay, self-realized. Fine. Renu Mataji. Liberated soul.
Maya is not within.
No, Maya does not touch that person. Okay, good. Aishwarya Mataji.
Someone who's transcended the three modes of material nature.
Yeah, that's the perfect definition. The one who has gone beyond the three modes of material nature. That's called liberated. Liberated means free, right? Not conditioned. Free from the three modes, beyond the three modes. Or in Sanskrit, it's called muktatma. Free soul. Not conditioned soul, not bound. Free means realized, self-realized, pure. So some people, they say the spiritual master has to be like that much qualified. It is true. That spiritual master is the best spiritual master, is liberated soul. They are the best. So if you're fortunate to have such a spiritual master, very nice. Very, very nice. It's very nice to have a spiritual master as a liberated soul. Example, Srila Prabhupada was a liberated soul. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur was a liberated soul. Bhaktivinoda Thakur was a liberated soul, right? So such personalities were liberated. But Srila Prabhupada mentions something here. He says, let's read this now. Someone who has not read yet, please, you can raise your hand. Volunteer. Yes, Aarti, do that.
Liberated or not liberated, generally the spiritual master comes from the group of such eternal associates of the Lord, but anyone who follows the principles of such ever liberated person is as good as one in the above mentioned group. A person who is liberated Acharya and Guru cannot commit any mistake, but there are persons who are less qualified or not liberated, but still can act as a Guru and Acharya by strictly following the disciplic succession.
Yes. So he said best is if the spiritual master is a liberated person, then he gives the example, right? But he says that there are persons who are less qualified or not liberated can still act as Guru. And Acharya by strictly following the disciplic succession. This is what Srila Prabhupada takes from Jiva Goswami. You can note it down from Jiva Goswami. How it is understood is like this. 3 people are qualified to become spiritual masters, or 3 categories of people. Who they are? A very simple example is given to explain. Okay. One who has both of his feet in the spiritual world. The other one has 1 feet in the spiritual world, 1 feet in the material world. And the third one is who has both the feet in the material world, but the eyes are on the spiritual world. So the explanation goes like this. One who is having 2 feet in the spiritual world means that person is already in Krishna Loka, in Golok Vrindavan, and is associating with Krishna in his eternal form. Okay? All right. So examples for such personalities, liberated souls. Srila Prabhupada, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, Bhakti Vinod Thakur. The 2 feet are in the spiritual world. They are always with Krishna. Always with Krishna. And they descend from spiritual world to material world. Right? Very special personalities. Then there is another category who has 1 feet in the spiritual world and 1 feet in the material world. What does that mean? That means that person is already on the platform of Bhava Bhakti. Bhava Bhakti is 1 stage below Prema Bhakti, love of God. So they are very close to love of God. Understanding? Very close to love of God. So they are already there, almost there. And the third is who? The third one is having both the feet in the material world, but the eyes are fixed on the spiritual world. Means that person is so focused that I am going there. I am not yet there, but I'm going there. So though that person is in the material world, that person's whole life, 24 hours are dedicated for achieving the goal of going back to God. Okay. So that person can also become a spiritual master. Even if that person is not liberated yet, but that person will get liberated sometime, in some time. Okay, so this is explained by Srila Jiva Goswami. All right, fine. It helps? Okay, let's go to the next. Types of gurus. So there are many types of gurus. On the screen, I'm showing you in the table just 2 of them, but there are many types of gurus. Like for example, Vartma Pradarshak Guru is one type. Sannyas Guru is another type. Tirtha Guru is another type. Pati Guru is another type. Mata Pita Guru is another type. Like for example, if someone takes sannyas from someone else, that person becomes a guru because that person gives sannyas. Isn't it? You go to a holy place, Vrindavan, Mayapur, someone takes you around, shows you the holy place. This is where Krishna took birth. This is where Krishna subdued Kaliya. This is where Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu performed his Sankirtana. So that person becomes your Tirtha Guru because that person took you around the Tirtha, also known as Dham Guru. Then Vartma Pradarshak Guru, you came to ISKCON, you don't know how to chant, you don't know how to put tilak, you don't know how to wear sari, dhoti, kurta, and someone taught you all this, right? Someone gave you a book, please read this book. That's called Vartma Pradarshak Guru, showing you the path. Do this, do that, do this, do that. Correct? Then there is, for wife, husband is Guru. For children, parents are Guru. In Srimad Bhagavatam, Abdul Brahmana talks about 24 gurus. He was learning from so many different personalities. So there are many gurus, but out of them we are considering 2 here mostly. That is, first is diksha, the other is diksha. Okay. What is their role? The table shows it very clearly. Diksha Guru can be only one. And that Diksha Guru does what? Gives us instruction. Initiates and officiates connection to Parampara. Gives a spiritual name. Gives mantra. Accepts our vows. And removes disciples' sinful reactions at initiation. What does the Siksha Guru does for us? He also gives us instruction. And he also connects us to Parampara, but informally. Both of them, out of both of them, who is important? Who is important?
Both are important.
Both are important? Only one is important.
Both are important.
Both are important. Sure?
Yes.
Okay. Who is more important?
Both are important, but
Both.
Diksha Guru is the one who takes us to who guides us to the level of Diksha Guru.
Okay. So, yes, who is more important?
Diksha Guru is more important because he is removing our sins. He is accepting our sins.
Okay, Diksha Guru is more important because he's accepting our sins. Hmm. Yes, Harshal Prabhu, is your mic working now? You are on mute. You have to unmute yourself. Rupali Mataji, you want to say something?
Yes, Siksha Guru is more important because he only gives us knowledge about Diksha Guru. And
Fine, thank you. So actually, we won't compare because both have their own role to play. And one cannot replace the other. Not possible, right? But in principle, Diksha Guru is more important. Why? Because Diksha Guru is also one of the Siksha Gurus. In fact, who should become our Diksha Guru or whom we should accept as our Diksha Guru? Of so many Siksha Gurus we have, the one with whom we are most connected, that person should become our Diksha Guru. Okay. We are learning from so many. They are all our Siksha Gurus. With the one I am most connected, I can surrender the most. I can very openly ask my inquiries. I feel like I'm at home when I'm with that person. I'm very, 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 very comfortable, and I have so much of faith, and I know I can. If that person asks me to surrender someday, yes, I can surrender to that person. So then that person becomes my Diksha Guru. So Diksha Guru also becomes Diksha Guru because of that Diksha Guru's role in our life as Diksha Guru first. You're understanding? Huh? The most important thing is the instruction, the teaching, and all that. And then comes that added responsibility on that person's shoulder. Okay, now let's get into this relationship more seriously. So I give you Diksha then. Means that Guru does that job then. So we have to understand this very nicely. That it's all about relationship. It's not just about that official formality that I went to and sat in a fire sacrifice. I got Diksha. The Diksha Guru gave me a mantra and finish. It's over now. No, it's about the relationship aspect. Relationship aspect. So we'll talk about this more later. But we should know these two personalities, and of course, Diksha Gurus can be many, 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 many. These personalities, from Chaitanya Charitamrita perspective, they are equal. Equal in the sense, we should never think that Diksha Guru is more important, and that's why we should not give so much respect to Diksha Guru or not give so much attention to Diksha Guru. CC says, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says, they both are equal and identical manifestations of Krishna. Equal and identical manifestations of Krishna. Someone would like to read? Who has not yet volunteered?
may I?
Yes, Rupali Mataji.
Equal and identical manifestations. The Guru who first initiates one with the Maha Mantra is to be known as the initiator, and the saints' instruction for progressive advancement in Krishna consciousness are called instructing spiritual masters. The initiating and instructing spiritual masters are equal and identical manifestations of Krishna, although they have different dealings.
They have different dealings, but they're equal and identical manifestations of Krishna. Diksha Guru is translated as initiating spiritual master. Diksha Guru is translated as instructing spiritual master. Okay, connection is established. So when initiation happens, the connection is established. That's called initiation, which means you are now connected to the parampara. Am I connected to the parampara only on the day of diksha? No, I am connected to the parampara since the day I started following the instruction of the parampara. But that diksha is an official connection to the parampara. Just like when, two people, their marriage is fixed. This boy, this girl, they will get married. So it's fixed. But then officially it happens on a certain day. That day you call the day of wedding. Correct? Isn't it? So, but since the marriage is fixed, a relationship is already started. A relationship is already started. Likewise here, the day I start chanting Hare Krishna, start following the parampara, my relationship is already started. But on the day of diksha, it becomes officially declared. Right? Officially declared. Yes, now you are officially connected to the parampara. So Diksha Guru does all these things. And how many Siksha Gurus we can have? A lot of Siksha Gurus we can have. Let's read this. Someone please volunteer.
Yeah, please. Connection is established. The connection with the spiritual master is called initiation. From the date of initiation by the spiritual master, the connection between Krishna and a person cultivating Krishna consciousness is established. Without initiation by a bona fide spiritual master, the actual connection with Krishna consciousness can never be performed. Nectar of devotion and
yes. So about Siksha Guru, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says this. Siksha Guru Vrinda Kripa Koriya Par Sadhake Sikhan Sadhaneras Angasar. He writes in Bengali. The Siksha Guru Vrinda, Vrinda means group. Siksha Guru Vrinda Kripa Koriya Par. The Siksha Gurus have done a lot of mercy upon me, a lot of compassionate, dealings with me they have performed. How? Sadhake Sikhan Sadhanera Angasar. They have taught me how to do my devotional sadhana. So they have been very kind upon me. That's why I should be respecting them a lot. Yes, Sirisha Mataji, you can read this.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I consider the numerous instructing spiritual masters, Siksha Gurus, to be very important, for they show unlimitedly more mercy by training the neophyte devotees in all the essential aspects of practical devotional service.
Yeah. So on the day of initiation, when the way we take initiation, definitely we seek the blessings of Srila Prabhupada. Definitely we seek the blessings of our Diksha Guru. But we should also seek the blessings of all those devotees who helped in that journey to come to that point. Right? And we should thank them from the bottom of our hearts. That you all helped me, and because of that, I could come here. And with your help, I'll move forward. Right? With your help, I'll move forward. So that attitude is the best attitude, where I'm being respectful to all the spiritual masters. They are spiritual masters because they help me in my spiritual life. So on the day of Diksha, two things happen. It's taken from this word Diksha, Diyate and Shiyate, explained as Diyate means the spiritual master gives you transcendental knowledge. And Shiyate means the spiritual master takes away our sinful reactions. So that's what happens on the day of Diksha. And if one does not take Diksha, initiation, then one's chanting will give benefit. Not that it will not give benefit, but it will not give ultimate benefit. Right? A person who is not initiated by a bona fide spiritual master, that person's chanting can at max give one liberation from material life. But that chanting cannot give us love for Krishna. That chanting can go to the stage of Namabhas, maximum. You know there are 3 stages of chanting, right? You heard about it? Namaparad, Namabhas, and what is the third one? Namaparad, Namabhas, and the third one? Shuddhanam, right? Pure name, pure chanting. So if one has not taken initiation, one can come to the level of Namabhas, but one cannot go to the level of Shuddhanam, pure name. So one will get liberated, but one will not get prema, pure love of God. That will not happen. Okay. So now we'll take a short break and meet after the break. 2 to 3 minutes. We can get fresh, drink a glass of water. Hare Krishna. Welcome back. So on your screen, you are seeing the parampara, the ISKCON Guru Parampara. It's also mentioned in Bhagavad Gita as it is, the last page of the introduction section. Anyone remembers how many names are there in that list? No. Okay, Hari Kripa Prabhu.
32, Prabhu.
Very good. Yes, 32. So 32 names are there in that list. Do you remember those names? Okay, that will be tough, right? But it's not that difficult. If you want, we can memorize them. So there are 32 names in that parampara list. And so given in the end of the introduction, as it is. So now let's study that parampara list a bit. In that ISKCON in that parampara, it all starts with Lord Krishna, right? And in that parampara, somewhere in the middle of the parampara, comes Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is again Krishna himself. And then after that comes the 6 Goswamis. Then Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami, Narottam Das Thakur, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Baldev Vidya Bhushan, Jagannath Das Babaji, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Gaur Kishore Das Babaji, Bhakti Siddhanta, and Swami Srila Prabhupada, right? In the altars in ISKCON, you find 5 of them. In all the ISKCON altars, that's how it should be. Which are those 5? The last 5. Correct? Right? I'm sure you have seen those pictures. Now, if you look at this whole parampara, this parampara is not diksha parampara. This parampara is siksha parampara. Gaur Kishore Das Babaji was not a disciple of Bhaktivinoda Thakur by diksha. He was a disciple of Bhaktivinoda Thakur by siksha. Bhaktivinoda Thakur was not a diksha disciple of Jagannath Das Babaji. He was a siksha disciple of Jagannath Das Babaji. Likewise, there are many links there where there is no diksha. It's only siksha. But it doesn't mean that they did not take diksha. They did take diksha, but from someone else. But the names, the list, the sequence followed in the list is based on siksha. And who is following the instructions perfectly? So this proves that ISKCON is a siksha parampara, which means it is siksha which connects me, or following the siksha connects me to the parampara. It's not by officially just taking the diksha that connects me to the parampara. I should be following those instructions which have been given to me. So if I follow, I'm connected. If I don't follow, I'm disconnected. Right? That's the point. Not that I'm initiated, I'm dikshita now. Even if I don't follow, I'm still connected. No. It's not like it doesn't work like that. So please try to understand now. This is so important, so important. If we understand this in future in our spiritual life, the number of problems will get seriously reduced. That the connection in a parampara is not linear. Sometimes we think linear. Linear means, that, okay, I'm connected to my spiritual master or Diksha Guru, then he or she is connected to his Diksha Guru. In this way, it is a linear chain. Once you are connected to the family of Vaishnavas, to the Guru Parampara, then of course, your connection has been established by your Diksha Guru, but your intimacy and your closeness, I'm talking about spiritual intimacy and closeness, can be with any personality in that parampara. Okay? It can be with any personality in that parampara. So it can be something like this also. It doesn't have to be straight, which means this personality, this devotee who's initiated, might feel and also might have a stronger connection with an acharya 2 generations back. That is possible. Does that mean that he will be offensive towards the present connection? No, nothing like that. He'll be very respectful to his own diksha guru and siksha gurus. But internally, this person may feel a very special connection with some other personality in that same parampara. And now I give you an example to explain. This you will understand if you have been a part of a joint family. If you have not been a part of joint family, then it will be a bit difficult to understand. But if you've been a part of a joint family, you will understand. Have you not seen people that they are so respectful towards their father, but they feel more comfortable when they're with their uncle? You know, like a friend, like a buddy, can share everything of the heart, you know. It doesn't mean that you don't respect your father. You really respect your father. You give all your respects, and you know he's your father, and he has been, and you do take his permission when you want to do things. But then that intimacy more with your father's brother, or maybe your mother's brother, or maybe your cousin, it happens. It's natural. It happens, right? Similarly, we should know one thing, that when we are connected to this family of Vaishnavas, it's not necessary our intimacy will be the most always with our Diksha Guru. That intimacy can also be with your Diksha Guru's disciple, your god brother or your god sister, or your Diksha Guru's god brother, who might have then started serving you as your Siksha Guru. This is possible. And when we think it is not possible, we are doing a great harm to our spiritual life, because then we are closing the doors of help that might come to us. A big problem happens with devotees connected to spiritual organization is that they think, when I'm in trouble, only a particular person can help me. But that's not the reality. When you are in trouble, that help can come to you from so many different people. Within that family, within that association. One has to be just open to accept it. Like, to give an example, after Srila Prabhupada passed away, his disciples, how much time they had spent with him? 5 years, 10 years, some just few months, some who had not even seen him ever, So what did they do? They thought, of course, I'm initiated by Srila Prabhupada, and Srila Prabhupada is a great personality, pure devotee. I worship him always. But then I also need practical guidance. I also need, support. From where will I get it? So then they took shelter of their senior god brothers and god sisters. And some of them, they felt that as much as I have a strong and close relationship with Srila Prabhupada, similarly, my relationship with my god brother is that much strong. Is that wrong? Not wrong. Is that disloyalty to one spiritual master? No, because you are being loyal to another family member from the same family. Right? Isn't it? Now, if you have a close friendship with your father's brother, will the father be angry? No, not at all. The father will be, in fact, very happy that you are respecting me, you're respecting my brother, and you have such nice, chemistry with my brother. Very good, right? So we have to become a little open-minded in our understanding of what is spiritual connection and what is spiritual relationship, right? This will help us immensely, immensely. And it will also improve our spiritual life, because now we have become more broad-minded in our approach to Krishna consciousness. Okay? So we need to understand this very much, very much. It doesn't mean that it will always happen that my relationship with my Diksha Guru is not so strong and with my Siksha Guru is more strong. No, in some cases it may happen like that, and one should know it is natural. It is permissible. It is permitted. It is okay. Nothing wrong. Srila Narottam Das Thakur, have you heard his name? Right? We sing his songs, right? Quite often. So in one of the songs, has he written the line, Ramachandra Sangha Mange Narottama Das. Right? He writes, isn't it? Ramachandra Sangha Mange. I am desiring the Sangha, the association of Ramachandra. Was Ramachandra actually a spiritual master? No. Was Ramachandra a direct god brother? No. He was actually a disciple of Narottam Das Thakur's, friend, a devotee friend. And he's asking for the association of the disciple of a devotee friend, who is again a pure devotee of Krishna. So you're understanding the whole thing. So it's getting, when we get initiated, we should know we are not getting connected to just one person. We are getting connected to the whole family. Just like when someone gets married, you're not getting married to one person. You are getting related to the whole family. Isn't it? Right? That's what happens when you take initiation in a parampara. And it adds a lot to one's life. It adds a lot to one's life, because then you know that for different things, I'll get help from different personalities. That's what happens in a family, in a joint family. Sometimes though you trust your father so much, you respect him so much, you are not very comfortable sharing everything with him, and then you need someone else. Correct? Right? Now, let me explain a situation to you. Let's say I've taken initiation from a bona fide spiritual master. And due to my own stupidity, my own foolishness, one day I start seeing fault in him. I start seeing fault in him. In that situation, who will help me out? Will I ever go and tell my spiritual master, can you please explain this? I think you are wrong. Can I ever do that? No. But that doubt will remain. Who will solve that doubt? Then I need someone. I need someone else. I need someone else, right? And then that person may be my spiritual master, some other disciple, my spiritual master, some god brother, some other devotee. And then I go to devotee and say, I have this doubt and I know it's wrong. Can you please help me out? And then that person can help you out. So that thing helps. It will help immensely. Right? So in this way, we understand the science. This is such an important point. Like once I remember I was I was in a temple, and then I asked one lady, a devotee, initiated for a long time. So she was little sad and morose. She expressed to me, we don't get any association of our Guru Maharaj. Maharaj has so many disciples. He rarely visits us. And then when he visits also, we don't get to spend much time. We can't ask questions, this and that. And then our Guru Maharaj is busy in so many services. So he also does not give long lectures and all that, So I don't feel connected. So I asked her, what's the problem? There's so many nice Vaishnavas visiting the temple. You go and hear their lectures. What's wrong? They are also nice Vaishnavas, coming the same families, belonging to the same ISKCON society. And then she said, but is that not being disloyal? I should just hear my spiritual master. I should not hear from anyone, because I'm my spiritual master's disciple. Right? So then I asked her one thing. The person whom you are going to hear now, will that person say anything different from your spiritual master? She said no. So what are you hearing? You are hearing the same thing. Right? Look at the message. Don't look at the mouthpiece. Right? Look at the message. Look at the Guru Tattva. Don't look at the external form. Because Tattva is one. Now, by thinking like that, is she not spoiling her own spiritual life? She is. Because the help is there, but she is not taking the help. Why? Because of a very limited understanding of what is relationship with spiritual master. Right? So this way we understand that we have to get associated with the family. Right? That's very, very essential. Okay. So let me show the slide again. Now we have some more points to be covered. Guru is one. Srila Prabhupada says that. Someone would read, please. Lokesh Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji.
Guru is one. The Guru is one because he comes in disciplic succession. What Vyasadeva and Krishna taught 5,000 years ago is also being taught now. There is no difference between the two instructions. Although hundreds and thousands of acharyas have come and gone, the message is one. The real Guru cannot be two, for the real Guru does not speak differently from his predecessors. Science of self-realization.
Yes, the
Choosing
real
a spiritual
Guru can never be two. Can never be two, right? They are representing the same Lord, so their purpose is the same. Evam parampara praptam. The supreme science was thus received through the chain of disciplic succession. Now, a very important question. Why do we have to accept a living personality as a diksha guru? What are the benefits of doing that? It's the next topic in your handbook, and you get a lot of points there also, but try on your own. Why cannot I accept diksha from someone who has already passed away, gone? Like, let me take diksha from Srila Prabhupada. What's wrong with that? Shivangi.
Prabhuji, I think if we have a living Diksha Guru, we can get more association of his, and also our queries can be solved like more easily, right?
Very good. First point, you can ask questions, right? We can also ask questions to Prabhupada, no? We can ask. Will Prabhupada not answer them? He will answer. We can ask questions to Prabhupada. He will answer also. But the problem is, we will not hear, because we cannot hear. We are not that advanced that we can hear Krishna speak or Prabhupada speak. We are not yet at that stage that the deity will speak to us or Prabhupada will speak to us, then we'll hear. So we need someone externally present so that we can hear, right? That's why that is one very important point. What other point? Why should have the living Diksha Guru? Yes, I am Prabhu.
Prabhuji, only a living Diksha Guru can give us Diksha.
Very good. That's another good point. If I am taking Diksha, the other person should give, no? A person has a choice to give or not give, right? So if Srila Prabhupada has passed away, where am I leaving the opportunity for Srila Prabhupada to decide whether I'll give him or not? Isn't it? As a person, where is his choice? It's just me going saying, you give me Diksha and I take Diksha. So the Guru should accept, no? A living Guru can tell you, I accept you or I reject you. Correct? In this way, I can become a disciple of anyone. Then, from today, I am so and so person's disciple. Right? Was that not what exactly Ekalavya did? He did the same thing. Dronacharya is saying, I don't want to accept you as disciple. Ekalavya, no. I want to become your disciple. So that's wrong. If the spiritual master is not ready to accept you, means now you have to either reform yourself or something else you must do. So that is not done. That's wrong. Yes, Navnidhi Mataji.
We need to have someone who can keep a check on us and chastise us whenever we commit some mistakes.
Yes, very important point. Disciple means the Guru should discipline us. Discipline us means you're wrong here, change yourself. You're wrong there, don't do this, don't do that. Now, if I take Diksha from someone who has passed away, how will that person do this to me? How will that person catch my ear when I'm wrong? Right? And disciple means I'm imperfect. I have come here to work on myself, to be reformed. So if I have to be reformed, the other person should exist physically to correct me, right? Otherwise, it will not help me. It's so much of cheating, isn't it? It's so much of cheating yourself. Because no one will be able to correct you then. I'll not accept correction. Correct. Any other point? Tripti Mataji.
Yeah, I can learn by watching how the Guru carries out his activities.
Very good. Yes, you can learn from the example. We learn not just by hearing, we learn not just by reading, we learn by seeing, we learn by experiencing. In fact, we learn more. We learn more by doing that, isn't it? Like, for example, if it's written in the book, you should bow down to the Supreme Lord. Will everyone understand how to bow down? No. But if a person says, okay, men should do Dandavat Pranam, then very easy to understand, right? I should do Dandavat. This is how I should do Pranam. Correct? So when so many things are seen and learned, so when I see the spiritual master, how the spiritual master is worshipping the deity, how the spiritual master is chanting japa, how the spiritual master is honoring prasadam, how the spiritual master is offering respect to other Vaishnavas, I see and I learn. It is faster, it is more complete. Otherwise, it's very difficult, very, very difficult to learn. What else? Now, a lot of points are mentioned in the book. You can read on your own. But then the essential points are, why living guru? Why not someone who has been in the past? So we are, from Siddhanta perspective, we should know that our understanding is the person who has been in the past might be great, a great personality. Like Srila Prabhupada has been a great personality. And it's so wonderful that Srila Prabhupada has disciples. And they are very fortunate to have had Srila Prabhupada as disciples, as guru, right? But then it doesn't mean that now I should also be competing to get Srila Prabhupada as my guru. Our understanding is, our philosophy is, I have to become a devotee of Krishna's devotee. That's that understanding. That's the teaching of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Krishna says that, first of all, you become devotee of my devotee. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Gopi Vartu Pada Kamaleyor Dasa Dasa Dasanu Dasaha. I am the servant of the servant of Krishna. So, in present scenario, okay, Srila Prabhupada is such a wonderful personality and spiritual master, very pure Vaishnava. But he has disciples who are also loyal servants of him. And I should become their disciple. Or I should become a disciple of their disciple. Means I should get connected to the current link, to the present link. And in that way, be in that subservient position. It's actually an ego issue, you know, when someone says, no, I want to be directly a Prabhupada disciple. You have so much of ego because you want to kind of jump over all these great personalities and directly have a connection with Srila Prabhupada. That's an ego issue. That's an ego problem. Right? One has to be humble. That these all have served Prabhupada so nicely, so let me become their disciple and learn from them. Like these personalities are called Ritviks. Ritviks means those who think that we don't have to take initiation from a living Diksha Guru. We can take initiation directly from Srila Prabhupada. I am sure you must have heard about this group or these personalities. So they say because Srila Prabhupada is the only pure devotee, so we should accept Diksha only from Srila Prabhupada. But is that not very, very whimsical understanding? Because my logical, thinking would be, if those who met Srila Prabhupada, those who served Srila Prabhupada, those who dedicated everything to Srila Prabhupada, those who are empowered by Srila Prabhupada, those who have been doing services to Srila Prabhupada's mission for decades, if they could not, by this process, become a pure devotee in such a long period of time, then what is my hope? I have not met Prabhupada. He has not given me any direct instruction. Right? Isn't it? The amount of service I can do to him can never be compared to what they have already done. So how will then I become a pure devotee? Right? Now, if someone thinks, no, I will become a pure devotee, that means that person has a big false ego. Because that person is thinking, they could not do, I am very special, I will do. right? I'm very sincere, they were not so sincere, right? So it's a big blunder, it's a big false ego, right? It's a big false ego. So we don't accept that philosophy or that understanding. Our understanding is we become disciples of the current living spiritual masters. But that doesn't mean we are not connected to Prabhupada, because we understand we are connected to the whole family. So we are connected to Srila Prabhupada also. As his grand disciple, as his grand disciple, right? Like that. I'll tell you one story and I'll stop with this. I was in Vrindavan, I think this was year 2010, and we were doing yatra. So we were still college student those days. So we were doing the yatra with His Grace Dina Bandhu Prabhu, who's a disciple of Srila Prabhupada. And if you have been in Vrindavan, definitely you must have seen him, maybe have heard from him. He's amazing, pastime teller, and very, very sweet personality, joyful, always happy. And he has been living in Vrindavan for decades now. So he's known for taking around people. Now, of course, he's also cannot be so active, but in those days he would walk with us for the whole Govardhan Parikrama and show us different pastime places and narrate the pastimes, So we were traveling with him in car, and one of my friends, senior, he asked him a question. He said, Prabhuji, you must be feeling so happy, that you are initiated by Srila Prabhupada. So fortunate. Like you are the special ones. You met Prabhupada, got initiated by him. And we can never ever, now think of that opportunity. So he told a very nice story. And later on, after a long time, I understood the purport of that story. That story had a big siddhanta, big philosophical point behind it, So the Dinbandhu Prabhu understood that this boy is thinking that not being a disciple of Srila Prabhupada or not having that opportunity means he's lacking something. He's losing on something, right? Means I'm inferior because I could not take initiation from Prabhupada. So Dinbandhu Prabhuji wanted to remove that doubt or that misunderstanding, that wrong thinking, that because I am not a direct disciple of Prabhupada, I am losing something, So he told the story. And what was the story? He said once Srila Prabhupada was in, I think it was in London. And you must have heard about London. London is a place which is always very damp and cold. Very less sun comes out, it rains a lot. And it's always, most of the time, it's quite cold there. You don't see sun much most of the time. So it was raining that day. And Srila Prabhupada was inside the house. So when it got a little cold, Srila Prabhupada called one of his disciples who was serving him, was a new servant, and said, I want to eat hot halwa. Because it's cold, right? Now this person, before Srila Prabhupada came, he had already imagined that if Prabhupada comes, I'll make something very nice and offer it to him, So he knew in ISKCON we eat halwa, and that halwa is generally made from suji. What is suji called in English?
Semolina.
Right? So suji halwa, right? So that's the general trend. So he thought this time when Prabhupada comes, I'll make a different halwa. So he went to the market and he bought something. It was something crazy. Mixture of so many different things and a different kind of flour. And he brought that. It will be a new type of halwa. So when Prabhupada said, make me halwa, he went to the kitchen very enthusiastically. He was preparing that halwa, added a lot of ghee and then put sugar. So devotionally he did that. And then he offered it to Krishna and then brought it to Srila Prabhupada. Put the bowl in front of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada took a spoon, put the halwa in his mouth and said, his face expression changed. The devotee could notice he did not like it at all. He said, what is this? I said, halwa. What did you use to make it? So then he mentioned whatever it was. So Prabhupada said, nonsense. Halwa means suji halwa. this is not halwa. Get out from here. And that devotee was shattered now. I displeased my spiritual master. First time he could give me a direct instruction, and I have done a big blunder. So he became so, hopeless. Now what will happen to me? And I made with so much love. So he went out and he could not think of anything else. He started crying. So he was crying, and there was a picture of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur put there. Okay. So he was crying. And he was crying in front of Bhakti Siddhanta's picture, and he was saying, look, I was not having any wrong, intention. My desire was to please him. But I did a mistake. I was ignorant. I did not know that this thing is not going to make a good halwa. But my intention was very nice. But the problem is now he's not happy with me. I have offended him. So how will I now come out of this problem, this mistake? And it was raining, generally devotees knew, Srila Prabhupada disciples knew, it's very easy to make Srila Prabhupada happy if you just solve the problem, So he knew, if I can go to the market, buy semolina, make halwa again and give him, he'll be happy. But the problem is it's raining. I cannot do anything also now. So he started praying, and he was crying, please help, please help. So Prabhupada rang his bell, and then he went inside, and he saw the bowl was empty. So, because he had left the bowl inside, so bowl was empty. So he looked at the bowl and he looked at Prabhupada, and Prabhupada said, after all, it was not that bad. So he finished the whole halwa and said, after all, it was not so bad. And he became very happy. So then he realized one thing, which he shared with Dinbandhu Prabhu, and he said that father gets angry, but grandfather comes to protect you. Because grandfather is more merciful than father, right? So Dinbandhu Prabhu told that boy, if I am fortunate because Prabhupada is my father, you are more fortunate because he's your grandfather. So never feel sad or bad about it. You should be very happy that Prabhupada is my grandfather. He'll be more kind and merciful on me, than he is on his direct sons. So that should be our approach, that we are happy to be grandsons of Srila Prabhupada or great grandsons of Srila Prabhupada. We don't want to compete and become his sons, direct sons. No, we are more happy because we are more fortunate to be in that position, right? So we'll stop here. Any questions from today's session? Yes, David Prabhu.
Yes, Hare Krishna, your grace.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, because with this explanation, one of my biggest mysteries is solved. Because, as you know, I don't have a direct association with my guru. And most of the time, his god brothers, we can talk, they can call me. And I was wondering why. And especially the spiritual master here in Spain, who introduced me to him, always he can write me, he can call me, and I wonder why is it I don't have this relationship with my Guru Maharaj. So I was more worried, but this explanation has cleared my mystery. So thank you so much. This is what I wanted to say.
Thank you, Prabhu. Nice. Thank you so much. Yes. Helps. Any other question? Someone had a question, right? Someone asked, can we ask question at the end? Yes, Arati Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Prabhuji, so I had one question. In the beginning, you had mentioned that we have to consider spiritual master as, we should respect spiritual master as we respect Krishna, and we should not consider him as an ordinary person. So up to some level, I agree to this, but I had this question that in some lecture, I heard that when we consider, spiritual master as equivalent to Krishna, at that time, what happens is we start to have unrealistic expectations from Guru.
Yeah.
Whatever happens, he should be there, and he should be just so effulgent from anybody else I see in the room. So many things like that. So we just tend to forget the human aspect of spiritual master. So
Yes.
can you focus more light on that, like up to what level we should, what should be the actual understanding?
The actual understanding is this only, that the spiritual master is a representation of Krishna. There's nothing like this is not the actual understanding, because this is a statement of the scripture. Now, when it comes to unrealistic expectations, that is not because of this understanding. It is because of not understanding other aspects of spiritual mastery. Right? Not that we have to understand this statement in a different manner. No, you understand this statement in this manner only. That the spiritual master is non-different from Krishna, is a representation of Krishna. But the other misconception which comes, because he's a representation of Krishna, he should have a magic stick, right? And then he should be always solving my problem. Every time he should be available for me. I can call him at any time, 11 p.m., 11 a.m., or I have problem, it should immediately get solved. No, that is my wrong understanding about the duties of a spiritual master. Right? That is not what a spiritual master is supposed to do. Isn't it? So I am having a wrong understanding of what a spiritual master's role is. What should I expect from him? What happens presently in material world, you see, in the present scenario is, we people, especially in Kali Yuga, our problem is that we have had lots of bad experiences in relationship, experiences in what we receive from life and what we had expected. Correct? Right? So what happens is, when we come to spiritual master, our understanding is what? He should fill in all the gaps in my life. Because he's the perfect person. So he should take up the roles of all those missing personalities in my life, which means I can also have a spiritual master as my friend. I can also have a spiritual master as my, as my brother. I can also have a spiritual master who will be like my father, like my grandfather. You're getting it? Like more of a family member. So we attach all these different expectations from the spiritual master, which is wrong from my side, from my end. Because that's not his job. He may do that. That will be his compassion, just to help us. But that's not his job. Srila Prabhupada mentions it very clearly, that his job is not to solve your material problems. But he may do that just to help us out. So it's my expectation that has to be set correct. You're getting the point, right? Then that will not happen. That will not happen. But he's a representation of Krishna. So we'll study that. Why should I approach a spiritual master? Why should we take initiation? Our understanding should be very clear. We'll cover that in the coming session. All right, any other last question, if any? If not, we conclude here. Yes, David Prabhu, last one.
Okay. Yes, Grace, please. For instance, if there is a topic and your spiritual master give you explanation on the answers, and your diksha guru also give you explanation and answers, and the two of them contradict, which one do you follow?
All right. Now it depends on what question you have asked. What kind of question you have asked, right? Because you see, on certain questions, certain questions which are about your immediate problems, practical problems in life. So in those questions, different people will always have different opinions. And there's nothing wrong if one's opinion doesn't match with another opinion. You're getting it? Because they will speak from their experience, from their ability to understand what the problem is. So we should not think why these two people are speaking two different things. In that case, you should follow which appears to be most sensible. No. All right, which appears to be most sensible. And it can be expressed to the person whom you're not following, why you're not following, and then that person will not feel offended, that particular instruction. You know? And when it comes to the principles, the siddhanta, if both of those personalities are mature in Krishna consciousness, the explanations will not be different. Will be the same. Getting it? So it depends on what kind of question it is. Is it okay, David Prabhu?
Yes, because I think I sometimes ago I brought a question to you. What there was a man who was limping. You know, I think you gave me the answer. But this same topic, both of them are God brothers. You know, they are mature in Krishna consciousness. But this same topic, the other one keep repeating, defending it, and from his aspect, to me, I think he has right, and Guru Maharaj also has right. Concerning what explained to me, Guru Maharaj was talking from the spiritual world, you know. So in this case, something like that has happened. But still, somehow I still have some little doubt. Why is it that the other one cannot have the same opinion as
Because
Guru
they're
Maharaj?
different, they're different persons.
Okay.
They're different persons. So they will not always have the same opinion. We should know that. It's natural. Okay. There's nothing wrong about it. They'll not always have the same opinion. Okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, Shri Prakash Prabhu. Unmute yourself, please.
Yes, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, as you said, that connection in parampara need not be linear. In that case, suppose
not connection, intimacy.
Okay.
Connection has to be, you have to approach the immediate one, take diksha from that. Correct?
Okay.
But then intimacy.
Okay, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, suppose if I am aspiring to take diksha from a particular spiritual master, I like, so for example, if I like his kirtan, I like his smile, I like the seva he has done for Srila Prabhupada, but at the same time, if I'm not able to concentrate on his lectures of Bhagavatam, and I'm more of inclined to other Vaishnavas, other gurus' lectures, I'm more inclined to them. So if I'm not able to listen to my aspiring guru consistently, then how will I be able to develop that surrendership in future? So can you help me with this?
All right, thank you. Practical question. I'll take no other question for today. Huh? Please, other questions we'll take tomorrow, so you can keep a note of it, Renu Mataji. Huh? So, Shri Prakashpur, this is the last question I'm answering. So now, in this situation, we should know one thing. First of all, introspect. Why do you not like to or not want to listen to those lectures? Fine. First thing. Second thing, it's not just about hearing lectures. Our relationship is not just established because we hear someone's lectures. It's more about how much you resonate with that person's purpose and mission, and how much you apply that person's instructions in your life, right? That's more important. That's much more essential. How many lectures do you think, Srila Prabhupada hear of Bhakti Siddhanta? But he resonated 100% with the purpose of Bhakti Siddhanta. So we should know one thing, we do hear lectures of our Guru Maharaj, but that's not sufficient to establish the connection. Main thing is there has to be that understanding, that oneness. If that oneness is established by hearing lectures of other Vaishnavas, no problem. There's nothing wrong with that. You can just hear lectures of Prabhupada. It's okay, no problem.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, your voice is not coming.
We cannot hear you.
Cannot hear you, Prabhu. Your voice is not audible.
No, still.
Okay.
Yes, yes. Now, yes.
It is,
Now you can hear me? Yes.
Yes, we can hear you.
All right. So our connection depends on that, right? So hearing we must do. I mean, it's okay if you cannot hear a lot, you should spend some time hearing. But most important is following the instructions. Follow the instruction. That's most important. All right. And serve the instructions of the spiritual master. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow. We have covered so far up to page number 19 in the handbook. So it will be nice if you can read up to page 19. And then from there onwards, we'll start discussion tomorrow. All right. See you tomorrow, same time, 7 p.m. India time. Hare Krishna.